Okay, here's the long-anticipated spotlight review of the Transformers War for Cybertron trilogy Netflix series. Not really Earthrise, even though this would kind of fit in with Earthrise, but it's that exclusive Bumblebee. And by exclusive, I mean just because it's the Netflix series. So, exclusive. To Walmart, right? So, yeah. This is Walmart exclusive, right? This series. Somebody's gonna have to remind me down below. Anyway, we'll take a look at the figure in just a moment. Let's take a look at his packaging, kick things off here. It's beautiful for what it is. To tell you the truth, this is the very first Netflix Transformer figure I'm actually reviewing on this channel. I have yet to review any of the re-releases of Siege with better repaints, in my opinion. I'm coming up with excuses here so I don't have to go back and buy them again, even though there are some that I would love to have again. And that Megatron, you know, that silver paint job, beautiful on that figure. But I'll hold all decisions off until I have the Earthrise Voyager Megatron in hand. Could be a while. Anyway, back to this, shall we? So we've got this monochrome image of Bumblebee here with some color. Some, mainly the eyes. Autobot logo. There's War for Cybertron, Autobot Bumblebee, Transformers, Hasbro's logo, HS8 Plus. There's the Misaligned Generations logo, not at the top right corner because there's the Takara at the top. And then we got Netflix on the side. We've got the artwork for Transformers Earthrise. So, onto the back of the packaging. Here we got promotional image of Bumblebee in his Volkswagen Beetle mode, transforms in his robot mode in 20 steps and vice versa. It is officially licensed by Volkswagen, as you can see right there. That's pretty cool. Sadly, this will be the last Bumblebee figure to be licensed by Volkswagen because the license has expired and Hasbro did not renew it. So, womp womp womp, I guess. Anyway, yeah, that's it for the packaging. Yeah, there's not much else to really show off except the authentic Transformers logo, and you pretty much get the song and dance of that from now on. So anyway, let's take a look at the packaging. Or what? I mean the figure. I don't want to put you through 3 minutes of boredom again. I'm sure a lot of you just skipped over to just the figure himself here. And yeah, I mean, outside of what you're seeing here, the only other contents that the figure comes with, if I can grab it real quickly, is the instructions here. It says War for Cybertron Trilogy, Bumblebee, still no subline, whether it's Siege or Earthrise, that Netflix series, which is about to premiere in a few days on Netflix, obviously. I don't know. Anyway, you can call it whatever you want. You want to call it Earthrise Bumblebee? Be my guest, because this is an Earth form. First vehicle form, which again, Volkswagen Beetle, harkens back to his Generation 1 figure, which is supposed to, and the cartoon. And I'm just showcasing him in this mode right now because, you know, it's in the instructions, and this is how you store away all of this, which may look pretty familiar for anyone that has the Cliff Jumper figure from Earthrise. This is the exact same weapon that he comes with. No change. No difference in the color scheme. It's still that nice vibrant silver paint for the barrel. And that's about it. The rest of it's done in black plastic. So anyway, we'll go ahead and remove this now as it just pegs in. Put it right there for the moment. I don't want to break this, but it does feel like sometimes that it might have a tendency to just snap, because I'm going to show you right away. You may notice that little black peg right there, which storing this at the bottom of his vehicle mode with that ski mode, as I call it. It's a bit of a risk when you peg these in, because they could snap, which it did. I don't know if I can get that out. Doesn't really ruin the figure or the transformation, so I'm just going to leave it be. And besides, there's one more peg that's still on that cannon, which can still attach right here on this side, and it will hold it in place underneath the car. What we can do then is slide all this back in place, back in the hands, which I really don't want to do because it's very tight, but should go in. he says. Not sure why this isn't going in, but there we go. And now that that's all back in secured form, here you go. There's Bumblebee's Volkswagen vehicle. Looks great. I can't complain about it. Reminds me of the original Masterpiece Bumblebee figure because of how not stylized this car looks compared to his on-screen Generation 1 counterpart, which the new Masterpiece figure is based off of because they're going that cartoon route, which, you know, it's fine. It's fine. I don't collect the Masterpiece anyway. I will say, for the most part, the yellow that's done on this figure and that canary color does actually blend in pretty good from the plastic to the paint job. Maybe in different lighting you might see a little bit of a difference, but when it comes to the lighting in this room, it all looks like it blends in pretty well. Obvious breakup here would be this panel here due to the transformation, because this piece goes into the chest of Bumblebee. Outside of that, we've got an Autobot symbol right there. We've got silver paint for the headlights. We got the bumper done in black plastic, which is its own separate piece. Pretty cool. Hubcaps are painted in silver with some breakage because of the obvious holes here, which I wish they would stop doing that, but that's just me. Tail lights are nicely painted as well. It's missing that spare tire. That's fine. I don't really have anything to complain about there. Got a little bit of some detail here on the back, like the actual Beetle car itself. Back bumper piece is also a separate black plastic piece, and that's about it. I mean, everything else is done in that blue translucent plastic, and it's either painted over or it's actually screwed in place. Oh, clearly they put some love into this thing, and it looks good, especially at the bottom where you can't really see any robot kibble minus the hands there, which are kind of hidden by these pieces and the obvious sore eye bit right there. Anyway, yay, it's cool. Outside of that, there's not really much else to really say. I mean, again, this cannon piece here, you can take it all apart and you can make like booster rockets for the car, and these pieces here can attach to the front, and this piece can go underneath, and you can snap the peg if not careful like I did. I'm not going to show it off because it's just like cliff jumpers. Again, it's just copy and paste, except some nice retooling to make this look more Bumblebee-ish rather than cliff jumper-ish. Say we go ahead and do a size comparisons, because that's what you want to see now, right? So here's Blue Streak. I think they're about a fair size between one another, maybe. You decide. Right. Outside of that, we'll go ahead and... oh wait, there is something else. I totally forgot about this. There is one more set of contents that this set comes with, and that goes with all the deluxe figures from the Netflix series so far. We've got a back panel piece to Teletran 1. Yay. Now, you don't get two, you only get one. The only reason I'm showing this off is because I got these two pieces attached already, even if it is flimsy cardboard with a nice glossy texture there. So, anyway, I forget which one comes with Bumblebee. You can tell me if you want, I really don't care. But yeah, this tells you right now, I have another Netflix War for Cybertron figure in hand. We might take a look at that one in a little bit. Alright, 10 minutes into the video, what do you say we go ahead and get to the transformation on this guy? It's a little bit intriguing compared to Cliff Jumper. The first thing you want to do is free up this entire piece. And again, these hands are really gripping this thing pretty securely. They really do not want to let go of this back piece. But yet, you have to take it off because it is a parts former. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Those pegs are going to break. I'm sure of it. Wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. I'll say this much. I'm glad that this is not painted over translucent plastic because it probably would not survive the stress that it takes to pull this apart. The best method to make it a little easier is to split the arms out just a little bit to where they rotate at the hands and wiggle. See? Wiggle. We'll go ahead now and flip out this black peg piece because this is going to be the obvious backpack for Bumblebee. And now what we're going to do is we are going to split back apart these doors here. I have my reasons. So that way we can get up in here and pop all this apart. The hood of the car. Or should I say just the roof of the car. My bad. This would be the hood. This is the roof. So that's all back now. And then We can separate the legs, and we can slide them down and take the hands and bring them up. So yeah, he's an explosive mess at the moment, but we'll get there. We'll get there. First thing that I like to do after that is take the hood of the car. Like I said, it's going to fold into his chest here. Bring the arms up all the way, so that way this all attaches like so. And this holds in a lot more secure compared to Cliff Jumper. My figure, my Cliff Jumper, his arms like to come apart very easily without that backpack piece holding it in place. As for Bumblebee, I don't have that problem. I guess they fixed it. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and rotate. Yeah. And then we will flip back the wheels like so. And then we'll bring down his feet, because the doors are going to, you guessed it, they're going to peg in to these holes in one position of these hubcaps like so. There we go. And then we can bring down his arms just like that. There we go. And you know, for the most part, there's Bumblebee complete, if you don't want to put the backpack on. But I'll just do it anyway, because it kind of makes him look a little better in my opinion. And there's Bumblebee. Now he's fully transformed, and he looks good, you know. If this is the last deluxe Bumblebee figure we ever get, so be it. I think I'm pretty pleased with this one. I just kind of wish he had an Autobot symbol here. It makes more sense to be here rather than down here. All around, really nice figure. Let's take a look at that head sculpt. Beautiful. Nice baby blue eyes right there. The all-spark blue with the nice silver for his face. Definitely Generation 1 Bumblebee. Oh yeah, and I forgot to also mention that they did actually paint the windshield wipers. How did I miss that? Yeah. So yeah, they spared to no expense. I mean, for a retooling of Cliff Jumper, this is a really good figure, even though the black really isn't coming out in details unless I shine him in the light here, because he does have a lot of black on him, as most Bumblebee figures do. And what you can do, as per the instructions, if you don't want the backpack on him, you can peg it into his forearms and have a shield. Why not? It's a thing you can do. And yeah, even though I really don't care for the cannon, I do like to take it apart and just give him one little portion of it so he can have a blaster. I'm surprised and ashamed that he doesn't actually come with his very own signature hand blaster. Would be nice, but okay, sure, whatever. I get it. It's fine. It's just they put all their budget into retooling Cliff Jumper rather than giving him a proper weapon. Not much else to really say about the guy. We'll go through the articulation real quickly. He does have a ball joint at the head. Pin disc shoulders. You can see all the movement you can get out of that. We got the biceps swivel cut right there. Pretty tight on the figure. Single jointed elbows, 9 degrees of bend. We do have wrist rotation. We do have waist rotation. Ball jointed legs. So he says, even though he's wrong, it's pin disc, my bad. So yep, get this much kicking forward, that much back. You can do your full splits. You got your thigh swivel cut within there as well. Single jointed knees, 9 degrees of bend. You got some, well, no up and down movement at the feet, but you do have lovely ankle rocker movement. So you can get a lot out of this guy in posing. And if you take the time, you can make it look pretty dynamic. He also has a collar. Did you notice that? It's kind of hard to see, but yeah, that black piece of plastic does cover up some of his face, so he does have a collar. That's pretty cool. I don't know why, it just looks cool on him. Anyway, that's about it. Not much else to really show off on the guy. I know this has been a long review as it is, so I'll go ahead and wrap this up real quickly by doing the size comparisons. And I'm going to save Blue Streak for another time, because I still want to review this guy, but Blue Streak would be about maybe this big compared to Bumblebee. Maybe. And I'm just show you off a standard Voyager, maybe leader class figure with Maverick. You know how I feel about this figure. If not, you should check out my rant view, not review, rant view, because I go all out on this guy, and he still has quite the charm to him, surprisingly. He's a good figure. For all the bad reasons. It's so bad, it's so good, and I love it. I love this figure. I just do. Anyway, that's going to be it. I'm not going to go into any further details about this. It is what it is. It's Bumblebee. The way we know him, the way we love him, harkening back to his Generation 1 glory days that I was not with. Unfortunately, I did not grow up with Generation 1. I was around the time of Generation 2 and Beast Wars. And then when I really started jumping into Transformers, which is Robots in Disguise 2001. That was my G1, that's my jam. Anyway, hopefully this is the last Bumblebee Transformer Deluxe figure we have for a very, very long time. I see no reason that we need any further Bumblebees because this nails it pretty good. Yeah, there could be some little bits of improvement here and there. I mean, obviously, QC could be an issue with this line as well, but outside that little breakish right there, I think that this figure turned out pretty good. He could use his own blaster, but I'm glad he came with something rather than nothing. And if you see him in stores, which is probably your local Walmart store, pick him up, right? So I guess it's called Smith's overseas in the UK. If that's your place to get the exclusive Netflix Transformer figures, go find him and happy hunting. Outside of that, not much else to say. We're going to wrap it up now. So questions or comments, you know to do. Hit it down below in the comment section of the video. And until next time, this is Red is Power signing off saying thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.